What's up guys, it's Coach K here. Today I want to talk a little bit about how if you take the kinetic chain advice on the forehand literally, let's say you're online and they tell you to go legs, then hips, then torso, then shoulder, and then arm racket and all that. That could be pretty misleading if you take it too literally. And for example, recently I just put into Claude, the AI search engine, how to hit the optimal tennis forehand, how to hit like a pro level forehand. And let's say, for example, you were to videotape it in slow motion, what you look for to make sure that you have the optimal forehand technique to hit a world-class forehand. And it came back and said to me that you need to make sure to have your legs go first, and then your hips, and then your torso while this right shoulder still stays back like this, and then it's the shoulder, and then elbow, hand, racket, etc. However, that is actually not the case what the best players in the world are doing. So even though the kinetic chain is from the ground up technically, what's really happening is the shoulder is not staying this far back when the legs and the hips and the torso have fired. What's really happening is it initiate the forward swing more from the left arm like this while the torso is not moving. So it'll look like this here, like this. So if you watch Fonseca's forehand, let's say he's hitting a square stance forehand, this is how it starts. So there. So you can kind of make the argument that the kinetic chain, I know there's a technicality here, you can kind of make the argument, depending on how you define kinetic chain, that it starts from the left arm, but that's a whole nother conversation. Basically, my main point, what I'm trying to get at here is, so when the first move is the left hand starts to go this way, and what's actually happening is right when the left hand, like you watch Fonseca's forehand, you watch Sinner's forehand, you watch Alcaraz's forehand, almost always when that left hand starts to release, all right, and go this way first, like this. Sometimes it'll go back and then this way. Sometimes it'll go this way earlier, depending on who the pro is. But when this is happening, the right shoulder is actually going the opposite direction. It's going further back this way. And this has all happened after the feet have planted for the most part. So both feet have planted, whether I'm going open stance, so that both feet have planted, then this, or square stance, both feet have planted, and then this, all right, like that. So the reason why you want to do that is because that ensures that you're going to feel a stretch between your hips and your torso, like that. So by definition, because the feet have landed, right, before you're even done with the coiling, technically the coiling of your torso and your shoulder like this, now, by definition, regardless of what stance you're in, the hips, legs and hips will start to go forward while the torso and shoulders are still back, like this, right? Sort of go forward, and then you feel that stretch. The torso basically delays the torso. But then here's the thing. In order to have your shoulder catch up in time, you need to make sure that this left hand gets out of the way quick enough, goes here, gets out of the way quick enough, so that your right shoulder can go a little bit towards your right. All right. So what I mean is from a back view towards this direction. Okay, in this direction. Because if it didn't, and your right shoulder's caught back like here, then you can't leave the elbow. Then you're hitting the ball like this, right? Then you're hitting the ball like that instead of having the right shoulder catch up. So it catches up by the time the torso starts to rotate. So it gets about here, and then the shoulder leads like that. All right, so the backswing. So left hip internally rotates. Like this, up in the backswing. It's gonna help you turn more. It's gonna have your torso turn more passively, like this, without having to like crank it back here. You just help your torso turn more passively, like this. And then when this lands, then the left arm starts to get out of the way. The right shoulder coils a little bit more. And then basically now this pelvis is moving forward. Pelvis is moving forward like this. Left arm gets more out of the way. Because I've gone into a pretty big turn like this, that helps delay the torso. So make sure you have a pretty big turn when you do this move. This is gonna help you turn more, help delay the torso when your pelvis or hips start to initiate. So it's like this, and then you're going to make sure that shoulder catches up in time. So don't stay back here too soon. Make sure you use that left arm to help propel. Use that left arm to help propel the right shoulder to eventually get a little bit more towards the right where the ball is, not back here for too long, because just go to the right where the ball is. So then you can feel that stretch in the shoulder, that external rotation of the shoulder, which gives you massive power like that. So the studies show that the internal rotation of the shoulder accounts for 40% of the racket speed on the forehand, which is essentially what's happening after the external rotation of the shoulder. So you feel that stretch in the shoulder here is the external rotation, and the internal rotation at the last second into the ball, that is what's creating 40% of the racket speed. So to an extent, all this is, for the most part, kind of setting up a fast internal rotation of the shoulder to create a lot of power. I mean, sure, there's like, getting below the ball and all that, but in terms of just the power portion, this is largely why all these moves are happening. So I'm gonna go ahead and demonstrate here. So here, right, turn this foot in. That's gonna help the rotation back there, and then try to plant the foot before I've gone fully to here yet. So here, there, creating that maximum stretch like that. So like that. So I hope this helps, guys. If you like this content, please press the like button and subscribe to the channel. For those of you that don't follow me closely, I'm doing forehand lessons, online forehand lessons for $59, online serve lessons for $59, or a combination of both for $99. I'm flexible too. If you want me to watch some of your match play, we can negotiate a price or something, or backhand or something like that. Just so, hope you guys enjoyed the content, and I'll see you guys soon.